Alrighty, I'm fairly sure that we are now live, everyone. That took a second and was pretty painful. And if you had to sit through that, then I apologize. From the bottom of my heart, I apologize that you had to sit through that painfulness while some boomer tried to work out whether he was online. Kia ora, good morning, welcome along everyone. Welcome to Cubecast, episode 2. I was hoping that I would get some time to sit with OBS and do some clever stuff this week, but I haven't. So this is what we are, this is what we're doing, this is what we've got. My Stream Deck isn't working, so that's cool. It's all going very well, everyone. But yeah, welcome along. We've got lots to talk about today. Lots to talk about, lots to do. So let's get stuck in and get warmed up, I suppose, with some scrambles, hey? Let's do that. Shall we? Where am I going to put my chat? I think I'll put it over here. Because I don't want to see my face with a delay over here. That's stressing me out. Live streaming is stressful, hey? Super stressful. I'm just going to do one quick check in here to see that I am actually live. Oh yeah, there we go. I can see it. There's me just having a panic. Live streaming is stressful, Mike. Okay, let's do some solves, everyone. Let's do some solving over here. Oh, I need to change some settings for sound. Whoopsie. I need to change my settings for sound so that y'all can hear when we watch YouTube videos. If you are watching this on repeat, on video on demand, and you haven't turned it off already, then you know what? You're a champion. Because this has been slightly chaotic, but that's all right. I'm still getting used to this, you know. I'm still practicing. All right, that should be good. We should be able to get sound from the desktop now when we play something. We'll double check that when we come back to watch some videos. What's up, Jacob? Welcome along. Nice to have you here. Okay, let's start a new little session. Let's select 3x3 and let's do some solves. I had this whole little intro planned in my head. It was going to be so slick, but then I panicked. I was going to say, welcome to Cubecast episode 2, everyone. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you back. The podcast, of course, brought to you by Cube Sauce, available exclusively at speedcube.co.nz. Duh. And also Last Layer Cubing. That's my little t-shirt store that exists. And you can that ships worldwide. Cube Sauce is my Cube store. That only ships to Australia and New Zealand. But you can get Last Layer Cubing merch wherever you want. Anywhere in the world. Pretty much, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, that's what I was going to say, but I didn't because I panicked. Christian, welcome along. How is life treating me? It's treating me pretty well. Today's been good. I got up nice and early, as I tend to do. Got to the gym, got all my shipping done, got my kids off to school. Then a brief tech panic, but here we are. We made it, everyone. Let me know if you watched a video through the week, if you have any thoughts, if you have any feelings or emotions that you want to convey off of those. Today what we're doing is we're doing some solves, and we're going to have a look at the following. Gan's new retail store that opened in China. I don't know if you saw that video. That's pretty exciting. I think Speedcubeshop made a mistake, Gan related, in a listing. We'll have a look at that later. More Gan stuff. We'll have a look at the Gan 4x4 that was teased on Matty Hirohito Inaba's Instagram, and then late last night on YouTube as well. And I wanna talk about Tingman as well, as the hype clickbait thumbnail suggests. I want to talk about Tingman, his latest video. I actually have permission from Tingman to watch the whole thing on the stream, so that's very cool, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Tingman. Right, solves? Yes, let's do them, hey? Let's bang some solves out. Let me know what times you get in. Let me know what cube you're using. I'm on an M Pro because it's the best. The best budget speed cube available right now, in my opinion. Although I've got the Maylong The new Mailong UV arriving probably next week, along with the Gan 5x5. So that's going to be cool. I like a Mailong. I'm sort of Mailong loyal because it was my pro model for a while. Oh no. Fat hands this morning. To be fair, my first solve of the day. My first 3x3 solve since last week. So, you know. Could be worse, could be better. Let me know in the chat where you are. I'm always curious to see who's watching and where you're watching from. Let me know where you're from. Let me know the time you got on that. I got an absolute tragic 29. Oh. And another fat finger user error. That's not ideal. Mm, 22? 20? Okay, I'll take that. That'll work. That will work. Very happy with that. Okay, I see you. I see you there. So that's L2. LTB print. Oh no. Whenever my cross goes well, I sort of freeze at F2L because I haven't even thought about it, and it's like picking up a brand new scramble. And I hate it. Oh, missed an opportunity there. Average. Real average. Christian's in London. Just home from work. Perfect. Perfect time to pick up a cube. Do you have competitions coming up? Do you compete, Christian? I've got a comp this weekend that I low-key 100% forgot about. So, that's a thing. Jacob, you must be going to that one, hey? Going to Fendleton? Oh! Oh, you. That was a +2. Do I have to take it? There's a button. There's a button to press for that, isn't there? Oh, there we go. I just have +2. There we go. Okay. See? Honest. Honest. Role model. Honest. Marcio from Portugal. Yo, that's cool. Jacob is indeed in school. Hopefully watching this in the back of the class. Being an absolute rapscallion. I don't mean that. Stay in school, kids. Oh. Oh, I've messed that up. This is a miss-scramble. I don't care. It's absolutely... Oh, actually. No, No way. No way I managed to save that. Okay, that's impressive. Because I really goofed that. Okay. Oof, oof, oof. Oh, and it's the other kind of end perm. Really? 2 end perms in a row? 2 end perms in a row. What are the chances? I'm not taking that +2. No, I will. Oh, God, so... Swift Cubing is here. Wait, is Swift Charlie Eggins? Is that the same person? If so, hello Charlie. Welcome along. Do some good times. Charlie, I like to race James McDermott he does blindfolded and I do regular solves, and we actually have quite good races usually when I'm doing a bit better than this. So feel free to do blindfold solves. Ugh. Oh, that was an error. I don't think I'm going to see many more some more 20s today, everyone. It's not looking likely. But I've got quite a lot to get through today, so we'll solve just a little bit more solves, and then we'll probably get into it, hey? Oh, that was nice. That was a nice little F2L. My goodness, my hands today. Oof. Gross. Oh, it is Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Hey, Dumbass VR. Welcome back. Christian struggles to get to comps due to work and research. That sounds exciting. Okay, Charlie's keen for a race. All right, okay. We've got a delay, but let's maybe do this one. RFT. Okay, it's me versus Charlie Eggins. Everyone. Charlie's going blindfold. And I'm just gonna fat hand it. I don't like this, Charles. I don't like this at all. This is not looking good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What the heck is this? Oh. Oh, 24. Charlie must have me beat on that. DNF. Yes. I'll take a technicality. Forgot to mute me, so I wrecked your memo. Oh, that's not fair. Right. Oh, that's unfair. Let's do one more if you're keen. I don't know. Are you keen? I'll do one more race and then 9:43 already. Gosh, I'm slow. I'm gonna do one more solve, okay? Okay, one more. He's in. Dumbass VR, of course. This is the scramble. This is the last solve I'm going to do, everyone. So if you're going to do it, scramble it up. Yes, hello, Ishan. I see you. Are you done, Ishan, or am I timeouting you? Because I'll do it. I don't care. I appreciate the engagement. Okay, cool. Charlie, I'm going to assume you're ready. Dumbass VR, I'm going to assume you're ready. Jacob's ready. Charlie's got another DNF to beat. Yes, I'm going to get him twice on a technicality. And everyone else's as well. Guys, we did it. We beat Charlie Eggins this morning. Twice on a technicality. Let's go. Okay, right. Here we are. Thank you for playing along, Charlie. I appreciate that. Oh, wrong screen. Oh no, +2 again. Did that timer even start? I got a +2 on that, and I'm not sure if I even started the timer, and then I got distracted by the chat. Dumbass VR with an 18.8 on the Gan Pro Maglev UV. Congratulations on your new purchase. Well done. I see you. Jacob, what did you get? Did I actually get a 24, or did that timer not start? I'm not convinced. No, I'm pretty sure it did, because I can see I'm in the right window. Anyway, Thanks for that, everyone. That was fun. So I've got to be pretty snappy today because I've got to go straight into another meeting right here, a Zoom meeting with another job. I didn't start the timer. Dang it, that felt fast as well. Oh, whatever. Wait, so I got a DNS. I got a DNF as well. I mean, I'll take a draw with, like, you know, a world-class solver. When I get into my meeting next and they ask me, oh, what have you been up to? I'll be like, oh, I was actually just racing and beating a world champion. World champion? Has Charlie got a... You've had a WR, haven't you, Charlie? But anyway, yeah, I was just crushing some world-class cubers on my stream. No big deal. No big deal. GG's, Charlie. Well done. Now, let's get into it, hey? Let's get into it. Where's my little list? I need to put my chat down here. There it goes, so I can actually see what's going on. And let's, first of all, I want to, oh, thank you for the clarification, Charlie. World record holder, former. That's all right, I'll take it. I'm not. I want to look at the cubicle. Okay, because the... Well, actually, no, we don't need to look at the cubicle video. I don't actually have permission to look at their videos yet. I haven't really asked. But anyway, you can see it sort of pre-playing here. Jesse has a look at the cube. He loves it. Everyone loves the GAN 5x5. We know this. We know this. This is going to be a ripper. The GAN 5x5 is very, very quickly becoming the standard. Like, it's a guaranteed ripper. And here's the thing, though. It does not have a ball core. As we saw from my video that I did on it a few weeks back, it's not a ball core cube. Is it, everyone? It has, like, it's a 5x5, so it has those kind of spherical mechanisms on the inside. But, oh, what's that? Let's go look at the Speedcube shop, shall we? Let's go look at Speedcubeshop. GAN 5x5. Oh, what's that? Have they got a special version of the GAN 5x5 with a ball core? Rutrow. GAN 5x5 is not a ball core, silly. Now, obviously, this is just a mess up. Obviously, it's just a mistake. I'm not suggesting that they're being sneaky or anything like that. But these are the kind of things I notice. And I realize that I am inviting a whole lot of nonsense for people to look at my website and be like, oh, you spelled this wrong. You spelled this wrong. Because I love spelling. That's who I am. But anyway, I thought that was funny. GAN's retail store, right? Let's have a look at GAN's retail store. Where are my playlists and stuff? Where are my playlists? Cubecast. Where's my little playlist? No. Oh, for heaven's sake. Ishan really wants me to say 7. I'm not sure why that is, but okay. Cubecast, here we go. Here's my little playlist here that I've saved all my videos. No, I don't want that one. Now, what I am going to need is for you to let me know whether you can hear these videos when they're playing. Here's the GaNCube flagship store. Let me know if you can hear the music that's going on there. I'm in such a tech panic about the stream now after having some issues turning it on. Dumbass VR, the Cube store looks so good, hey. So here we are. This is the GaNCube retail store. It's giving me straight off the bat. It's all white. There's lots of space. It looks like a Mac store, doesn't it? Thank you, Ishan. I appreciate that. So we've got our big mosaic. We've got, look at the space here. Doesn't this look cool? Doesn't that look awesome? Oh, yo, StuCube. Welcome along. Welcome along. So good to have you. UK Cubers here as well. Oh my gosh. How exciting. Welcome along, everyone. Charlie Eggins, StuCube, UK Cuber, the whole gang hanging out. Lovely stuff. Welcome along, everyone. So yeah, look what a... I didn't spot that the first time I looked through it. What on earth is happening there? Is that a DIY? You can build a little force cube, or you can build your own little color scheme. That's pretty cool. Now, this is very Mac Store as well, right? This is very Apple Store. This is very Apple Store with the smart timers set up. I like that a lot. Yeah, it's like a build your own cube. It's like a Mac. It's like the Apple Store mixed with the Lego Store. We just got a Lego Store here in Christchurch, which is massive hype. I've been in there a lot with my children. All of us just crying because we're not allowed to buy stuff. How good does this look? There's a lot of different things going on here. I'm not sure what's in this cabinet here. Is this some... What's that? Huh? I'm not sure what that is. But it's a big old space. They've got all the special editions. Look, that's like you're in Tiffany's or something. Like these little like jewelry cabinets with the backlighting. Look at this. These are legit sort of jewelry stands. How cool is that? Well, all I can say... Oh, there's that box I got confused by. And they got some big names along for the opening, it looks like, as well. Yeah, whatever he said. That's a great big mosaic. That's very cool. And a really awkward ribbon cutting at the end. But yeah, how exciting. I got involved in the comments because, well, they'll be gone by now. Someone was just like, please make one somewhere. And then all these people were jumping on his comment being like, just being really specific about where they should open one. And that was good fun. But this is cool. I hope they can sustain it. For those of you who need some backstory, I did have a retail store. I had the first cubing retail store in Australasia, which was pretty fun. It was pretty awesome when it opened, and it was huge when it opened. We were so busy. But that was back in early 21 when there was a huge, trend. Cubing was big, right? It was a big trend at the time. Lots of people were into it. Everyone was enjoying it. And we were riding a wave back then of amazing sales. And then what happened was more COVID lockdowns happened here in New Zealand. The COVID lockdowns were secretly happening in China, and we weren't ever being told when they were happening. Those things all sort of worked together to destroy the Cube store. And I really hope that doesn't happen again. First of all, generally, I just hope that doesn't happen again. But yeah, I hope Gan can keep this going, because that's super cool. That is super cool. Very, very exciting. And look at the opening day hype is huge. And I think China is the right place to have one of these, right? Because that's where the big cube hype is. Like, in terms of percentage population, I have nothing to base this on except my own guessing. But I reckon, like, looking at the metric of cubers per head of population, China must have a high percentage, right? It's also true that there are a lot of people in China, and so that means there's just generally going to be a lot more people doing niche things in China compared to other countries. But, you know, whatevs. That's pretty cool. That's what I wanted to talk about. Let's look at the Gan 4x4. I didn't save the stories. I didn't save Matty's stories. Matty Hirohita, the Cubing Jedi, Instagram. Instagrams, Matty from Instagram. Did I share them on my stories? Maybe I did. Oh, they've gone already. Okay, so Instagram, never mind. We will look at it here.
This is
relax, you gatekeeper. We'll look at it here. Matty Hirohito Inaba with the Gan 4x4. Oh, I know where we can go and look at the stories. They were put on new cubes in Reddit. So here he is, chopping away on the new Gan 4x4 prototype. That's exciting, isn't it? Let me know if in the chat if you've tried the 5x5, by the way. Let me know if you have tried the Gan 5x5. Or if you've bought one, if you've got one coming. We had them arrive. No, they haven't arrived yet. I ordered them the other day and sold pretty much all of them on pre-order. So that's exciting. Lots of people in New Zealand getting hyped up about that, which is cool. Have you tried the GAN 5x5? Are you excited for the GAN 4x4? It looks like a glossy. Looks like a glossy boy. So Matty didn't break any records with this, but he did have a lovely time putting down some good times. Let's go to Reddit. Is it just new? Yeah, there we go. Our new cubes. First of all, this is insane. I don't know what's happening here with these FMC things from PyCube, but that's something you can investigate on your own. The GAN 4x4 prototype. I'm fairly sure someone put up. Ah, there it is. So this was the Instagram story that went up. So it's clearly a glossy one that the Cubing Jedi's got. There's a sticker. Oh, look at that. I can have a look around. I can get real close. Look at that. No worries, dumbass VR. Appreciate your time. So here we go. Here's the super close look at the GAN 4x4. Look, it's got a sticker. That's cute. Gonna be honest with you, I have nothing to say except that it looks like a nice shiny 4x4. What do you reckon? There's some big, what do we call these? Florians? Big chops here. And the way Matty was throwing it around, it looks super speedy, hey? Like, looks real good. He's throwing that thing around. Which I guess people do when they're better than me. But it looks real nice. It looks real stable. It looks real shiny. I'm into that. Shh. Oh, you can't see that. Shh. Shush. Secrets. He was really teasing it. Teasing it hard. I hope, here's my hope. I hope that GAN takes their time with it, because those of you who are watching who are like super new, there was a GAN 4x4 already, and it was I think it's fair to say it performed like a microwaved turd. It was universally just slammed for being useless. I'll be honest, I've never used one. So that's my disclaimer. I am just talking smack based on the smack I have seen others talk. I'm standing on the shoulders of smack talk giants. That is my understanding, is that the first one was turd. If they can take their time, they being GAN, if they can take their time and really get it right, like they seem to have with the 5x5, because we've seen the 5x5 floating around since the World Championships, right? The prototype's been around since then. What did I made a video about it, and I think it was like 6 or 7 months ago that we first saw a prototype. It was 2 years ago that they first said they were going to do one, but then it was like 7 months ago they said they were going to... No, that they actually released or leaked. You know, leaked an image of it actually being made and being real. So that's very exciting. StuCube, Matty can make any cube look good. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, should be a top competitor in the market. It should be. The first GAN 4x4 should have been, but I feel like they just sort of threw it out the door. They were just like, yeah, that'll do. There you go. See you later. And I can't, it was before I had the store back then. I was early days of even having the Cube Club back then, but I don't remember seeing, I could be totally wrong, just because I didn't see it doesn't mean it's real, but I don't remember seeing like a huge period of testing in the real world for that one. Whoa, Jacob. Reddit, someone on our Cubers made a map about 3 years ago, and New Zealand was the fastest country per 10 million people. Let's go. That's because there's only like 5 million of us, not even. I say us, I'm an adopted Kiwi. I moved here from Scotland. But yeah, oh, well, there we go. Interesting. That's why we're performing. That's why we're performing, Jacob. Good to know. If anyone can find that and dig it out for me, I'd love to see that. That'd be pretty funny. Okay. Unless we have anything more to say about the GAN 4x4. Really, what do we know? It exists in prototype form. It's shiny. I'm going to go and speculate that it's not a ball core, but potentially... Hold on a minute. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember how 4x4s work. Could it be a magnetic core? We haven't had a ball core or magnetic core 4x4. Have we? That I can remember. That does not exist yet. So I wonder if this might be that. Does it say anything on Reddit? Is anyone who's speculating? That's rude. Oh, cute. Have they made one before? Yeah, they have, buddy. The 460. That's what it was called. I can't see some price speculation going on. It's going to be up there with the 5x5 probably. It will have corner core magnets, this person speculates. Buvgj 168 is speculating corner magnets with barely any auto aligning. They're really speculating hard. We'll see. We'll see. MGL Cuber bringing up a fair point. Yeah, we can get third-party magnetic cores for an MGC4. Oh, no, wait a minute. Didn't PyCube do a magnetic core Vin cube? Or was that a fever dream I had? Did PyCube do that, or was that a super specific fever dream? GAN 459 speculating here. Yeah, who knows? We don't know what size it is. We don't know anything. And neither do these Redditors. They're just yapping. But it is exciting to see how shiny it is. Big ratio from the outer layer to the inner layer. But that's fairly standard as well, isn't it? Anyway, that was fun, wasn't it? Let's move on. Let's move on. It's 10:02. I'm pretty much halfway through, so we should probably get started on the main event, so to speak. I want to say just a couple of disclaimers before we get into this one. So I want to look at this Tingman video. Gosh, that's frightening. That's frightening. Look at the sideways. Oh, I wish I hadn't done that. Cubes UK did a Vin core magnet cube. Oh, did they? Did they? But yeah, you know, you're right. Only third party. There's not been a factory magnetic core or ball core 4x4 yet. I wonder if GAN will do it. Who knows? Tingman, first of all, I'd like to apologize for pausing it on this frame and messing your face up. But I'm not going to change it, to be clear. I want to be clear, Tingman has given me permission to watch this video on the stream today, so thank you to him for that. I feel like I was going to say something else as well. Oh, so I'm going to get into big talk about YouTube stuff. Me on this channel, I am not a giant YouTuber. I want to make that clear. I'm not comparing myself to Tingman or Tingman to myself or anything like that. I am a massive consumer of YouTube. A massive consumer of YouTube. And I have been for like 10 years. I also, one of my jobs is making thumbnails for other people. I do that professionally. I charge people to make thumbnails, which is pretty fun. And in doing that, I am constantly looking at YouTube data. Like I know a lot about it, even though my channel sucks. Those two things can be true at once. I'm trying with this one. I am trying with this channel. That's why this streaming thing is happening. And why I'm trying to make that work for me. Because I also have a busy life that I'm trying to work this around. Anyway, that aside, what have I said? I wanted to say thanks to Tingman. And I wanted to say, I know I'm not a big YouTube cuber. So chill, okay? Like any kind of anything I'm saying, remember that stuff. Okay. So I don't have to stress out about offending someone by playing too much of their video because I have permission to play it. Let's watch, everyone. Let's watch.
Where have all the fun cubing videos gone?
Whoa! 100.
It's impossible to...
Hey.
Just a sledge.
I can't sink.
These two really shouldn't be.
To be fair, there is still
Okay. First of all, fair point. Those creators that we've just seen, some of them have gone now. Cubing Encoded went to uni, didn't he? I think he's graduating now. I'm sure I saw that on Instagram. Anyway. J Perm is obviously, he's doing something else now, which I think is great. I fully support him. Not just because I love Mario Kart, I just fully support him being able to do what he wants. And after everything he's given the Cube community, I think that's totally fair. Who else did we see in there? Livia Kleiner's still making videos. Maybe the point is that she's not making fun videos. We'll talk about what that means as well. Don't know who that is. TNL, I know who that is.
To be fair, there is still lots of new cubing content being released today, but they tend to be ones that don't take a long time to edit. First,
Tingman. Gonna take objection to that a little bit. There is no direct correlation, nor has there ever been, between how long you spend on a video and how popular the video is. Like, that's not the case. Right? We know that, right?
First impressions, content being released today, but they tend to be ones that don't take a long time to edit. First impression.
Oh, I see. He has put a little disclaimer there, so I'll let him off with that one. You have received a pass on that one, Tingman, for sure. Relatively less time to edit, but still lots of skill needed. Because a lot of skill in YouTube creation that is not just in the technicalities of editing. Because YouTube's a game, right? It's about making things that work.
Super fast solves. Basically videos where somewhere in the title is PR average. For the record,
Chris Mills jump scare.
All of them. I love cubing videos.
We love that content.
I'll never get enough of Luke Garrett.
Luke goes
But I
hard.
can't be the only one who's noticed the change, right? The fun cubing skits, songs, challenges, collaborations, they've all been replaced. And I think I've got an explanation. And if you
So there is an explanation, I suppose. I don't know. Personal opinion.
the only one who's noticed the change, right? The fun
Personal
cubing
opinion. Cringe.
skits, songs,
Cringe.
challenges.
They're cool, but they don't work. I know this because I've done one. I created that Game of Cubes game. It was a lot of effort to get off the ground. It was a lot of hard work to organize. It didn't help that it coincided with the time that my retail store was closing and life was generally very, very difficult in that time. So it sort of fell over. But it was tough. It was hard to make and people weren't that interested. They just weren't. So cringe. Tried it very hard.
Collaborations, they've all been replaced.
Where's Simon Shee? Is he still doing stuff? He used to do like massive rebuild videos and things like that, hey. So, I'm going to repeat, these are all just my opinions, and my opinions are worth nothing. Alright, so this is just leading up to where we're going. Hey James, how you going?
And I think I've got an explanation. And if you
Let's
listen
hear
to the
Tingman's
end,
explanation.
a solution. Remember the days of Sayo the King or JR Cuba? That
I do miss JR. I miss JR on his own, but I love what he's doing at the Cubicle. He's coming into his own there, I reckon, even more than he did on his own.
generation retired. Cubarhythms recently set an end date for his YouTube career, and I think it's safe to say even J-Perm has moved on. That
Yeah, and he should be able to, and I support him moving on.
this generation of well-known cubers, they're all in their 20s now, or God forbid, even in their 30s. And who's got
Or God forbid, even in their 40s.
time for fun, silly videos at that age?
What is happening right now? What has my life become?
And cubing on a whole has evolved too. Comps are bigger and more regulated now. There are more rules than ever before, more gatekeeping, more people weighing in when things go wrong. In short, cubing has grown up, and rightly so, but that means cubing on YouTube has also grown up. It's trying to take itself more seriously now, for better or for worse.
Okay. Points that have been made. Cubing has grown up a little bit. It's taking itself a bit more seriously, maybe. If StuCube and UK Cuber are still here, I'd be super interested in your opinions on this as well. The content has changed. What Tingman is missing, if I may, with peace and love and respect, what he's missing is something massive, right? So he's talking about this golden age of cubing from 2018, 2019. Generalizing, it was younger cubers who were the audience back then, right? They were younger, they were interested in, I think, potentially fun cubing videos, those people have grown up. That audience, that cohort of people who used to enjoy that content have all grown up now. If they were 12 in 2018, shoot, they're now 18. If they were 10 back then, they're now 16. If they were 8 back then, they're now 14, right? So the content has changed because the audience has grown up and moved on and changed. That audience, that cohort of viewers has, for all intents and purposes, gone. They no longer exist. Now, stick with me, everyone. Yes, Circle of Life, there is a new bunch of people here now who are that age, yes. However, in 2018, if they're 8 now, they were 2. If they're 10 now, they were 4. If they're 12 now, they were 6. This is an awful lot of mathematics for before 10:30 in the morning. But those people are there, they exist, but they have grown up in a violently different environment, okay? They've grown up much more online. Some of them have come through the pandemic stuff, and that's come up twice today. I'm not sure why, but anyway, they've come up twice. They've come up through the pandemic. They've come up through homeschool stuff when that was on. They've come through being very, very, very online. They've also come through TikTok. Okay, and I can speak as somewhat of an expert on this because I have a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old. Okay, and they do it in different ways actually. But my son Charlie, who's 9, who's kind of like banging Tingman's demo, he has got TikTok brain. He won't watch anything for more than 45 seconds. I actually test my edits on Charlie. I let him watch my edits, and he tells me when it gets boring. I don't even have to ask him. He just walks away. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's the spot where there's going to be a dip in retention. I'm going to lose people at that point in the video. He is my, what's the word? Arbiter. He's my little fortune teller. He tells me when my retention editing is not doing well. Retention editing takes so long. But anyway, what I was saying is that is the point that I think, with love and respect and peace, I think is what Tingman might be missing. His audience has grown up, literally. Test dummy. Thank you, Jacob. Yeah, Charlie's my test dummy. Tingman's audience has grown up and are not interested in what he's making anymore. The audience that's come in and replaced Tingman's previous audience from 6 years ago, I think, just based on what I see, I think are not interested in as much in long form content. I've been experimenting with what I've called ultra short long form. So it's long form video, yes, technically, but it's 2 minutes long. I've also noticed that Tom Noble has been doing the same thing. I don't know whether one of us did it before the other. I couldn't care less, actually. But I noticed that the other day when I was looking at his stuff. The patience that people have for content has changed, right? Because TikTok has literally done that. And I know how much of a boomer I sound, all right, going TikTok's broken everyone's brains, but it literally has. I'm on the school board as well, and we deal with it a lot at the school. We've got some takes here. Content has definitely changed. UK Cuber, content has definitely changed, but saying they don't take time to edit hurts. Yeah, I know, eh? Ouch, Tingman. He's a very talented editor, obviously. But ouch. StuCube, I grew up watching content from all of those mentioned creators. It is in part the fact that YouTube as a whole has changed since 2017. That's massively valid as well. StuCube gets it. But I don't think it's an attention span problem at all. That's interesting. I 100% think the opposite. Because there is, and because the media companies are fighting so hard for audience share in short form content as well, it's being a thing. I think Tingman's going to mention shorts in a second. Anyway, I've talked for ages. Let's listen to the man.
Also, YouTube is hard. The algorithm right now does not seem to be favoring fun cubing videos.
I'm sorry to do this to you, Tingman, but I am going to pull you up there. The algorithm isn't favoring fun YouTube videos is the statement. My counter, Tingman, love and respect. The algorithm is people. The algorithm is people. If people aren't watching your content, it's because they don't want it. That sounds horrible, doesn't it? That sounds harsh. But it's when I look at my videos that I've made, I go, right, people didn't want to see that. And whether that's the thumbnail, the title, or the first 5 seconds, or the video itself, they are all the same thing. You have to create a video and you have to package it in a way that people want it. You have to get their attention. You can't blame the algorithm because the algorithm is the audience. For a bit further breakdown on that. Essentially, so what I'm doing with the streams and the clips right now is I'm not invented this formula. It exists in 100 other channels, thousands of other channels. I'm trying to find my audience. So I'm shotgunning the internet with content. I'm doing a stream once a week and I'm trying to pull clips out of that stream. And then I'm going hard with my thumbnails and my titles, trying to find my audience. They're out there somewhere. They must be. It might not, it's probably not 1 million people. It might be, maybe, what's realistic for a channel like mine that does what I do? I don't know. Is it 10,000 subs? I don't know. I'd like to think it's slightly more than I have just now. But again, subs is a dead metric. Subs is a vanity metric. It doesn't actually tell you anything. Look at Tingman. 1.2 million subscribers, averaging 20,000 views per video. His audience is literally not there, right? The algorithm, StuCube, the algorithm can't be seen as a soulless robot. It has everything to do with how you can keep people watching and make entertaining content. Absolutely. But what entertaining means is changing. That changes over time. And that's not the algorithm. That's humans. That's the audience. That's people's appetites for content. You know what I mean? Would be my counter. So, and yes, there are technical things that you're trying to hit with the algorithm. You're trying to get a good click-through rate. You're trying to get a good average percentage viewed. And you're trying to get a click-through at the end of your video to keep people watching on your challenge. Because let's all remember, any social platform, any video platform wants you to keep people on your platform for as long as possible, because that makes the platform more valuable to advertisers. And all these platforms are here making their money by selling advertising to advertisers. So the more time spent on platform, the more valuable that platform is to advertisers. And that's what YouTube wants. So it does reward things. It does reward ads are going to run? I didn't realize I had that on. I'm going to skip ads for you. What a treat. I've skipped the ads for you, everyone, so you don't have to watch them. Feel free to super chat. They want you to stay on the platform longer, so they want entertaining content to work. So they reward content which is entertaining. And what entertaining means is it's being watched lots. I'm not going to talk about short form content today and how that's funded and how that's flawed and everything like that, because that's a much bigger video. Anyway, let's continue, shall we?
For the record, there are others like me who still try and make cubing fun, but I have a feeling they will say that YouTube is changing as well. In the last 6 months, I've released some of my most fun videos ever.
I'm not going to slap back on that too much, except to say that's a subjective term. My most fun videos ever, that's subjective. Tingman, with peace and love and respect, that's subjective.
Cubers Rap, a video where I sent a little Rubik's Cube to every continent on Earth.
That's a cool idea.
The YouTube algorithm does not seem to know what to do with them, although it will push as many shorts as it can in your face. Not just that, but say someone uploads 2
Won't comment on that. On shorts just now, because that's a whole other rabbit hole.
videos. One took 50 hours to edit and a month to plan, while the other was just the fastest average they got in their last comp. Literally 0 editing required. And then both get the exact.
And again, this is Tingman. This is tough. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. But I've heard this from much younger creators. You know, this one took me so long, it's going to go off. It's like, well, no, it's not. Who told you that? Where are you getting that information? That doesn't mean anything. Look at my Logan Paul video, my first one, not the one that had StuCube's video in it, but my first Logan Paul video. I was editing that, and I knew when I was editing it, it was going to be about 3.5, 4 minutes. And I was like, I think that's too long. I don't think that's going to work, but I'm going to put loads of work into it, really do my retention editing all the way through. And it didn't work because it didn't get 70% average percentage viewed. So it did not get impressions. It didn't get pushed by the algorithm, promoted by the algorithm. That means it gets more impressions than you would normally get, which means it gets more chances of getting viewed. So yeah, it didn't happen because I'm trying to work out my audience, and I'm working out that my audience likes 2-minute videos, but they do not like 4-minute videos. They absolutely don't like at the moment tutorials. Go and look at my channel after this video. Go and look at my channel and have a look at the tutorials I've put up recently. Like, some of them don't even have 200 views. So what am I doing about that? Am I making more tutorials and going, come on YouTube, take my tutorials? No, I'm not making tutorials. You know? StuCube, facts. There is absolutely no correlation between time spent on a video and results. And I don't know why. Do I know why? I don't know why. Tingman's obviously not feeling good about that. And I get that because it hurts. StuCube and UK Cuber, you know the feeling. You know the feeling when you put up a video and you think, this is going to go off. Look out, lads. This one's going to pop. You know the feeling when you put that video up and it just goes womp womp and just doesn't happen. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Being a content creator is just like, if you like getting kicked in the nuts over and over and over again, content creation is for you, because that's what you're doing to yourself emotionally every single day. It's devastating. So I understand what he's saying. I do understand, even though I don't agree with it.
Same reception on YouTube. Well, you can see where natural selection is going to take that creator. I'll confess, I find it really tempting to just make cube reviews and unboxings. They'd probably get more views, and they are really important. But then I imagine, what if one day those are the only cubing videos that we ever see on YouTube? No funny challenges, no collabs, no videos that aren't trying to impress me, but just want to make me smile and have a good laugh. The reality is, I'm one of the last major channels that consistently makes long-form, fun cubing content.
He's
I
not
made
wrong.
100 videos last year. Parodies, crazy vlogs, collaborations, art, cube battles, even big fundraisers. I wish more people did that. They cost me so much to produce, not just financially, but in time, energy, and creativity. And so I've come to the serious decision.
Okay, so just to comment on that, yeah, it's not wrong. He's not wrong by any of that. And it's clear how much effort he puts in. You cannot fault the man for the effort that goes into those videos. He's a king. He is king at what he does. The audience underneath what he does has shifted a bit, you know. StuCube, oh yeah, for sure. But that's part of the journey, and you learn from it and improve accordingly. You do if you can keep your head up. I've been beat down by it before, where I've just gone, you know what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I can't make it work. But I have slowly over time worked out that you don't have to take it personally when a video doesn't work well. It's not personal. I struggle with being a bit of a perfectionist sometimes, and that is something I've had to get over personally. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's part of the journey. You have to just strip your emotion out of it and look at the data and go, okay, what do people want? And having come through the music industry as well, the same thing happens there, right? You make things that people want. Sometimes, if you want to be successful, by sort of OG terms of being successful, if successful is the biggest numbers or whatever, you make what people want. You know, you don't go, I'm going to create the weirdest prog rock album out there and I'm going to make #1 on the charts, right? Those two things are not going to work at the same time. I don't want to hear your examples of when that has worked, because those are flukes. Flukes happen everywhere. But do you see what I'm saying by that? Like, if you want success, if you want the algorithm to give you hella views, you've got to create stuff that the audience is actually hungry for. And to Tingman's credit, he's like, you know what? No, I have my style and I want to stick to it. And I think he's not silly to say that. I admire him for saying that, to be honest. And then we'll get to the reason why he's doing the video. UKCuber, it's not personal until it's video 10 out of 10. Yeah, that hurts. But how good does a 1 out of 10 feel? Whoo! When you see those little fireworks on your analytics page, I live for it. Anyway, let's finish this video because I've got a meeting in 5 minutes.
Which is that
Whoops.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to give into the algorithm.
Good one, Tingman. I didn't see that coming.
Maximize views. I've promised you from the start that I will make videos that show how fun and wholesome cubing is, and that's 100% staying the same. But in order for me to continue doing that,
the word wholesome, I don't know why, but the word wholesome gives me the it gives me the ick a little bit.
we'll have to make
Nothing
one
against
change,
it.
and it is
He's a very
today,
successful YouTuber.
In my 6th year of making cubing content, I am finally launching a Patreon.
Let's go, Tingman. More power to you. More power to you, Tingman. I think that's great. I think that's great. He has an audience. He does have a core dedicated audience, right? Who are there for that content, who are there for Tingman. And I think that's great. Hopefully he can convert his audience into paying customers. I hope he can. I really, truly, genuinely hope he can. Because I want him to continue making the videos that he wants to make. I do. I want to be clear about that. I have no hate for Tingman whatsoever. Just because I don't watch the videos, it's because I'm older than him. I'm not in this target market. It's as simple as that. And I want him to make this successful. I want him to keep doing what he loves doing because he's having a great time doing it with his family and his kids, let's remember. And actually that is quite wholesome. So yeah, more power to you, Tingman. That's pretty much everything I had to say about that one. Interested to hear in the chat if you have anything you want to say about it. Oh wow, StewCube with the spicy take. When you make content, you just have to realize that most, if not everything that ends up happening to you is your fault. It's harsh, but it's how you learn. I mean, it's difficult for me to argue that. It's difficult for me to argue that. Like, if you make something that nobody wants to watch, then nobody's going to watch it. It happened recently with one of the channels that I do thumbnails for. He made this boring-ass 30-minute video, and it didn't get clicked. And I was like, bro, that's the barrier is the fact that it's a 30-minute video. Genuinely. It's not fair to say that 30-minute videos don't exist, but his audience, we knew, was responding well to 10-minute max videos. And then he dropped to 30, and I was like, dude, what are you doing? We have the data. So that was hard. Stu, you sound like a stoic. You sound like if you haven't read it, you should be reading the Stoics, Meditations, Marcus Aurelius. Chuck on an audiobook by the Stoics, and I think you might find a lot of stuff that resonates with you. The core thing with the Stoics, they're old philosophers, and the core thing there is, and some people struggle to understand it. It's very nuanced, but essentially, we don't control what happens to us, but we control how we respond to the things that happen to us. There you go. There's a bit of boomer stuff for you to go and have a look at if you can be bothered. I think I'm going to call it, everyone, because I have to go and jump on another meeting and live the dad life. And then, I'll be announcing there's a new person joining my team today. And I'll be announcing that later. And they are not in New Zealand. What? That's right. Not only are we shipping international. We're shipping to Australia. We've been doing that since last year. But the team is expanding to Australia as well. And that's super hype. So I'll be releasing some information about that today, which will be cool. Buy Cube Sauce if you're in Australia and New Zealand. Buy a cool t-shirt at lastlayercubing.com if you're anywhere else in the world. Love your work, everyone. Thank you so much, StewCube and UKCuber, for hanging out. And Charlie Eggins was here earlier on. I got a race with Charlie Eggins, and I beat him on a technicality because he DNF'd a blind solve. So that was good. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, James. Thank you, everyone else who's been chatting. Thank you, other James as well. James Dyer, I saw you in there as well. All right, peace. I'm going to hit the big... it's not